Welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a character counter using JavaScript, and we will also make this meter dynamic. So as we type in, this meter will go up, and as we reach 100 characters, it's going to be full. All right. So I'm going to show you that, but before I continue and get into coding, I want to talk about the form that I have. So you see, I'm using the form. And the action, I'm not using any actions here because I'm just showing you how to, use the text area. So I have the text area here, and I have given it the ID of text area, and the max length, I set it to 100. And outside of the form, so this is the form tag, and outside of it, I have the meter attribute, and I have given it the ID of my meter, and the value, I set it to 0. And the max basically 100. All right. So now below it, I'm using the script tag, so I'll be able to simply type my script here. And now let's jump to JavaScript. So now the first thing that I want to do is I want to use DOM to select the text area and the meter value. So we are going to say now, let meter value equals to document dot get element by ID, then two parentheses. Let me collapse the browser a little bit so I'll have more space. By ID, and then we are going to give it the meter value ID. So I just named it my meter, so I'm gonna place that there, and I'm gonna basically add a semicolon to it. So now we will do the same thing for the text area. So I'm gonna say my text area. So my text area equals to then document dot get element by ID. We are going to copy the ID of the text area basically and paste it here. All right, cool. So now we have taken care of that one. Now we will create a function. So I'm going to say function space, and you can call it anything, but I'm going to call it increase. All right. So increase and two parentheses and two curly braces. And inside that, we will get the length of the text area. So to do that, you say, I'm going to create a variable. I'm going to call it length equals to then my text area dot value dot length. All right. Awesome. Now below it, we are going to say value. Oops, where did I go? That's way far. Okay, so I'm going to say value equals to length. All right, and below it, we are going to change the meter value. So we are going to say meter value. So meter value, then, and we are going to say set attribute. Set attribute, and then two parentheses. So now you might be asking yourself, okay, which attribute are we changing? Well, we are changing the value. So I'm going to type in value. All right. And I'm going to say, I'm going to add a comma here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you see, I said value, comma, and I'm going to say value, basically, and add a semicolon at the end of it. Now below that one, there is one more line, and that will basically get the element of the counter placeholder, and it will add the counter number. So if you go up here, you'll notice inside of, let's see, so I want to use an element right here just to show the characters. So I'm going to add h3 here, and I'm going to give it the ID of place. Actually, I'm going to call it counter place. So counter place. Okay, cool. So now let's go down and let's get to line 32. So we are going to continue our JavaScript. So I'm going to say document dot get element by ID counter place. I think I called it counter place. So let me highlight it to make sure that, yeah, it's the same thing, you see. Okay, so counter place dot inner HTML equals to, then meter value. We are going to type in meter value dot value. So add a semicolon at the end of it. And now you see this function is there, but we have to basically call it, and we have to keep calling it to keep it running. So to do that, I'm going to use something called set interval and open two parentheses. Then you add the name of the function. So I'm going to type in increase, right? Then comma, and then 100. So you see right here, something will show up. So you see I have this meter here, and I have this 0. So if I type in hello world, and you see it works. So you see our meters going up, and it shows us that we have 11 characters. So I'm gonna keep typing things in. So I'm gonna say, please like my video and subscribe. So you see how nice it is. So you see what's going on now. As I type that in, you know, my counter goes up and my meters goes up too. So let me keep typing until I get 100. Let's see if it stops. So let's see if it stops. All right, so I'm gonna just copy this line and paste it. So you see it's 100, and now if I just keep typing that in, nothing will happen because we have reached 100. All right. So I hope this video was helpful, and I hope this video was a little bit more fun than the other videos that I have made. So don't forget to like the video, and make sure that you join our Facebook group, Coding 120. I'll put the link in the description of my video, so you can join our group too. So thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll share the code with you all on GitHub. So I'm out.